You know, I'm sure we've all heard that expression. It's better to be thought of as a fool instead of opening your mouth and removing all doubt. Well, listen to this Latino man open his mouth and remove all the doubt that he is a complete idiot. In this video presentation, I'm going to share my commentary on a video that was uploaded by Philip Scott at the Philip Scott Show. If y'all know who he is, y'all go check him out. He's a real good brother and I love his content. He stands for good moral purpose. Let's go.
I'm trying to figure out why so many African Americans cooked me in my last video because I said, hey, don't feed into what Donald Trump is saying, that the 14th Amendment was solely for the babies of slaves.
Ain't that the truth, y'all? What y'all think about this is for the babies of slaves. If y'all don't believe me, go read it for yourselves.
That he's weaponizing it to get what he wants and more abuse for his mass deportation.
Now he's saying he's abusing it to get more leverage in his abuse of mass deportation of these illegal migrants. Right now, he ain't even making sense. I'm telling y'all go read the 14th Amendment and see what it says. It says that this is created for the babies of former enslaved people. Not verbatim, but y'all go read it for yourselves and you see what I'm telling you is true.
See, when the 14th Amendment came about, it was originally for the babies for enslaved people. Great, cool. But
now he's saying the babies for enslaved people. Now this makes me question, does this brother even know how to speak English? I don't know. The babies for or the babies of? For and of are two prepositions, but they have distinctly different meanings.
It was also created to prevent any debate after. Because shortly after, Wong Kim Ark, a descendant of Chinese parents, he was born in the United States, visited China with his parents. When he came back to the United States, he was denied entry. He ended up suing the United States and ended up winning, and that he was indeed a U.S. citizen.
Now I think he was arbitrarily pulling information out of his ass crack, information that he did not thoroughly investigate. Now he's trying to string a little bit of tidbits of information together just to come up with a point. Now, those people who are not good with history and don't know the historical evidence, who don't know the historical essence of the 14th Amendment, they will be deceived. But black people, we know what it is. That 14th Amendment had nothing to do with Chinese people. Let's keep going.
I hope you all understand that it wasn't just solely for children of slaves.
Yes, it was.
You understand there's so many immigrants in this country from the beginning of times? You know, if you're not Native American, you're immigrant.
FBAs, okay, foundational black Americans are not immigrants because we did not move from one country to another. We were brought to a country and put into a life of servitude on a slave plantation. That's the difference. That's why we are foundational African black Americans. We're not immigrants. This is what this Latino cockroach does not understand. Este cucaracha tiene mierda en la cabeza. This Latino dude has bullshit in his brain. Okay, let's go.
You know, the Europeans came here. That's partially why the 14th Amendment was created. For the Europeans, for the
not for the European. I'm telling you, he just trying to pull some shit out of mid-air, string it together, and talk like he knows what he's talking about. This is right here is a perfect example of what I mean about some of these Latinos. Okay, I want to call them a Latino. Okay, I want to call them a Hispanic person living in the USA. Okay. You know, I would love to call him an illegal migrant, but I don't know his record. But whatever it is, he still is an unintelligent person who's sitting up here behind his video camera speaking as if he knows what he's talking about. This is an idiot, okay? Este es un mamabicho, okay? Este es un mamabicho. If you don't understand what this means, I look in the Puerto Rican saying, este es un cabrón. ¿Me entienden? Okay, ¿oíste? Cabrón. Tiene mierda en la cabeza.
Hispanics, for the Asians, the list goes on. They were thinking ahead. And let me remind you that after even you guys received this 14th Amendment, right, after it was written, there were still things happening like Jim Crow.
This dude is talking straight mierda okay, from his fucking asshole. He's nothing but a goddamn idiot. I'm trying to tell y'all, you got to be able to understand what happened in our history as black people. White people too. Y'all can get in this conversation too. White people, okay? I don't hate white people. I invite all people to come to the table. Let's have an honest conversation about the racism and how that has had a lasting impact on the black community. One thing we gotta stop doing is allowing outsiders into our conversation because they don't understand the beginning, they don't understand the middle, and because they don't understand those two key ingredients for this whole equation, they don't understand where we are currently in society. Let's go.
And civil rights battles continued on.
1960s.
So I don't know why you guys are celebrating that. Donald Trump over here saying that was solely the babies of slaves, which has me to believe some of you guys don't even know how you came about here. Like, y'all haven't dug that far into your ancestry.
Projection.
Because last I checked,
flag on the play. He's trying to tell FBAs that we haven't dug into our own ancestry. Flag on the play. You know what he's doing here, y'all? This is what you call projection. He's admitting that he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. He's going to do cognitive dissonance in his tiny little brain. And he's trying to justify how it is that he can sit in front of a screen and feel emboldened and feel brave enough, audacious enough to even talk about this issue. He has to find some way to keep that imaginary illusion alive. Because if you look in that mirror and you tell himself the truth, he'll be honest and he'll have to admit that he has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Even after slavery and all that stuff, people came in to the United States willingly and became citizens.
And he just totally debunked everything he's talking about. People came into the United States willingly. Okay, that's right there. That is why everything he's talking about makes absolutely no sense. That 14th Amendment was passed, okay, exclusively for African Americans because African Americans did not come into the United States willingly. African Americans were kidnapped and transported to the USA from West Africa to the USA and forced into a life of servitude involuntarily. Black people didn't sign up to be slaves. What? Who in the hell is going to say, hey, slavery, put me in it, okay, enslave me, enslave my children, okay? Who is going to sign up for that? Who's going to sign up for it? He makes no sense. Let's go.
So I wonder if you guys know whether you're descendant of slaves or from people that immigrated willingly to the United States.
And I'm going to pause him right there. Because he said we don't know whether we are the descendants of slaves, okay, or descendants of those who came into the United States willingly. I'm going to tell you like this, okay? I can't speak for everybody, okay, but most black African Americans in the USA, we know our lineage, okay, and we know that our fathers, our grandfathers, our mothers, our grandmothers, our lineage stems from enslavement. We know that, okay? That is not something that is up for debate. We know that. And that's why we identify with one another as being what? What do black people call one another? A word that's been turned into a term of endearment. What is that name, y'all? I know I got some intelligent people on this channel. What is it? That same word that enrages us, infuriates us when it's being used by white people or other groups of people who are not part of our African ancestry. What's that word, y'all? I know I got some smart people up in here. Nigga. Okay, period. Nigga. That's why that word nigga, okay, when used by people who are not African Americans, infuriates us. We know who we are, okay? I don't care what you say. If you are a black person in the USA, all you gotta do is look at a person in their face and look at their hair structure, look at their hair, okay? Look at their butt, look at the way they carry themselves, and that will tell you right there if they are an African American. We are a distinct group of people living in the USA, okay? And we know who we are. And this Latino dude here, I'm trying to tell y'all, he is stupid. It's that simple. He's stupid. He's talking about something that he has no idea about. But it is these people right here that are just the personifications of what I say in these YouTube videos. Many Latinos are not intelligent. Like this brother right here. I don't even want to call him my brother. Like este mierda aquí, like este cabrón, este mamarillo. Él es un estúpido, okay? This dude right here, he is stupid. Period.